QiYi Pyraminx can be found on the cubicle.us for $13. It's quite an average price for a Pyraminx, with Pyraminxes that are cheaper as well as more expensive. So, getting right into the turning, the QiYi Pyraminx came out of the box with a more clicky feel, but after I set it up, it now has a more buttery smooth with a light clicking feel from the ball bearings in retrospect. So this turning is quite nice. It's very, very smooth and it just glides along the turns. So the tips, they also click right into place, but yet when they are turning, they have quite a buttery smooth, very much similar to that of the turning on the regular parts. The corner cutting on this Pyraminx is quite average. It does not corner cut a great amount, yet it has enough to compensate for the solve. The largely Florian modded centers seem like they would create large corner cutting capabilities, yet this is not necessarily the case, for it cannot corner cut a great amount more than most other Pyraminxes, yet enough for it to compensate in a solve. The mechanism in the tips, as I am showing right here, is a strange structure for a Pyraminx. It doesn't pop, the caps don't pop off, the tips don't pop off, yet the mechanism is similar to that of a corner breaking apart on a regular 3x3, with the little ledges that click into place. So inside there are ball bearings, as you can see, even in the tips, as well as in the regular layers. They both include ball bearings that help it click into the place, giving it a nice feel to the turning. So comparing it to a Shengxiao, which is the only other Pyraminx I have, its torpedoes are slightly larger and thicker than that of a Shengxiao, as you can see there. The Shengxiao's torpedoes also are hollowed out, yet this does not give the QiYi Pyraminx that great of an advantage during popping. The Pyraminx still quite often pops a lot, but still, it feels a lot nicer than the Shengxiao, which has a more of a scratchy feel, and also because of its minorly cut Florian modded centers, its corner cutting is very poor. So that is where the QiYi Pyraminx stands out in relativity to the Shengxiao Pyraminx. This is also increased by the fact that the Shengxiao Pyraminx just does not have a great turning feel, yet it could also be the fact that I have not set it up properly, unlike the QiYi Pyraminx, which I've taken the time to set up. So what I did is I took out each single screw in the core, and I lubed the core and the springs and the screws, all that stuff. I put it back in, I put all the pieces back in, and then I lubed the tracks, or the pieces. So this allowed for a greater turning capability and its buttery smooth feel, which it currently has. That yet was not the case when I took it out of the box, though. When I took the QiYi Pyraminx out of the box, it had more of a clicky feel instead of the buttery smooth feel it has now. So that is why this is superior to the Shengxiao Pyraminx as well as other Pyraminxes, yet I cannot be the one to judge on a QiYi Pyraminx since I do not currently own one. So, the QiYi Pyraminx has one flaw, though, for me. It pops quite often when I do solves, so if I use too much force. Though, since I am slow at Pyraminx, this should not be the case during an official solve. But all in all, the QiYi Pyraminx is an amazing Pyraminx that can easily stand up to the currently widespread Pyraminxes such as the QiYi Pyraminx or even the Shengxiao Pyraminx, which has been around for a long time. So this was a new kind of review for me that I tried out. If you like this kind of review, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and tell me what you liked about it in the comments. Or if you didn't like it, tell me that you didn't like it in the comments, and I'll try to change that next time. But until then, bye guys.